We're centered. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Yin. Welcome to Yin's Universe. I will put all my socials right here. Make sure y'all go follow me. And this is gonna be a story time about how I didn't know that I was a side. Alright, so this story time takes place back when I was in college. Me and my friends went out one night and we went to this club. It was a popular club in town for like the college kids or whatever. And we went to the club and we just like dancing, we having a good time, finessing us some drinks because you know we all under 21 at this time. So yeah, we just finessing us some drinks at the bar or whatever. And this dude walked up to me and he was tall, brown skin. He had like really big like curly hair. And I was like, oh, okay, he's cute or whatever. So he asked for my number or my Snap or something, but I gave it to him. So we start talking, you know, we getting to know each other. I told him I'm in college, I'm a psych major, you know, whole rundown, whatever. And he told me he's on the basketball team and blah, 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 right? So we texting and talking for a couple weeks and like getting to know each other. And then one day he asked me to come over. So I would ride the bus to his place because the school that I went to, it only went to certain like student apartments or whatever. I go over to his house, you know, everything is cool. And at this point, now we're seeing each other maybe like once a week and, you know, just still texting and talking and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't really know like how much I like him. So it's just gonna be like, I'm gonna just text you whenever I wanna see you, you know what I mean? So like, we wouldn't talk every single day, but we would talk maybe a few times a week. And then, you know, when I wanted to come, when I got that feeling, you know, and I needed some healing. When I got that feeling and I need some healing, that's when you're gonna hear from me, because it's gonna be on my time. But yeah, so everything is cool and stuff like that. And every time that I've been to his house has always been during the day. So anytime it would be like between the hours of 11 to 4, because it would be like after I got out of class or whatever, because I'm not finna go see you like in the break between my classes or on lunch and then come back. That's too much. I might not go to class or whatever. And at this time I was serious about school. I got a good story time about school. Anyway, so yeah, so we just, you know, keep talking and seeing him and stuff like that. And one day he's like, I wanted to see him, but it was like, you know, later in the day. So the buses only ran till like a certain time. I think they only ran till like 10 or 11. So we making the plans to come and see each other and everything. And I'm getting ready and stuff like that. He came and picked me up. Why did he park? He parked so far from his building, and it's like I've been over here multiple times. Like, I know that that's your building, so why are you parking so far from your building? Like, if this is the parking lot and this is the building, he parked like way in the back. And I didn't say anything at this time because I'm just trying to like vibe, you know. But anyway, so he parks and he's like, hold on, I need to go clean up my room. I don't want you seeing my room dirty or anything like that. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess. And his room was never dirty when I went over there. Like, it was always very clean. So I'm just sitting there waiting. I'm just on my phone, probably like scrolling Instagram or something, right? Checking people's snaps and stuff like that. So I noticed some time's gone by. I'm like, dang, it's been like 20 minutes. So I'm texting, I'm like, hey, are you finna come back and get me? Because I'm just sitting in the car. The car is off. I'm just sitting in this parking lot. It's late. It's like 11 something at this point, 12. And he's like, yeah, I'm finna come. Just give me a little bit more time. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I wait maybe like another 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm like, are you done yet? Like, it's not like he had a whole apartment to clean. Like he had, I think, 2 roommates. So he only had his one room. I'm like, you don't have that much to clean to where, you know. And then I don't even know why I was with that. I don't even know why I wasn't thinking about it at the time. But like, why didn't you clean up before I came? Anyway, so fast forward, I'm just sitting there, like I said, another 10-15 minutes going by. So now we sitting on what, like 35-40 minutes of me just sitting in the car in the parking lot. And I'm like, so are you gonna come now or what? And then he stopped responding. So I'm like, bro, I try to call him, the calls isn't going through. And I'm like, oh my God, this man just has me sitting in his fucking car in some apartments. And like, the apartments that he stayed in, how can I explain it? You had to take like a freeway to get there. Like, imagine that this is the city, this is the school I went to, this is the city or whatever. You had to drive all the way down that way, and then there's the freeway. You had to drive down the freeway, and then his apartments is like over there. That might be a bad description, but just know that they was far as fuck from the where I lived at, which was at school in the dorms. He probably stayed maybe 25 or 30 minutes away. So yeah, and I don't think I could take the city bus. And I don't even know if the city bus was like running at that time. But yeah, so anyway, I'm just sitting there waiting for him. And he's not answering the phone, he's not answering my text. So I'm just sitting there, I'm just mad. I'm like, bro, I really hope he's gonna come soon. So I'm just on my phone, and then I hear a knock at the window. And so I couldn't roll the window down because his because his car was off. So I'm like, I either gotta open the door or I just gotta look. So I don't know who this person is. So I'm just kind of like sitting there like looking, and he's like, I didn't even give him a name. We gonna call him Tommy, because that's what I called him on my TikTok story. So he's like, I could hear him through the thing. He's like, hey, Tommy said come on. Tommy said come on. And so I could like open the door, and I cracked it, and I'm like, no, where is Tommy at? Like, what is Tommy doing? And he was like, he told me to come out here and get you. And I'm just like, well, why can't he come get me? Like, if he's just up in his room, he's like, he just said come and get you. This should have been a red flag, right? This should have been like danger or something, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, because I was slow. I just was naive. But yeah, and I've never met this roommate or friend or whoever he was, right? Never, because like I said, anytime I went over there was between the hours of like 11 to 4. So nobody would ever be home except for him. I guess people were at work or at school or doing whatever. Like I said, he was on the basketball team. They could have been at basketball practice. I don't know. I don't really care because I wasn't there for them. But yeah, so like I said, I'm like, all right, because I'm just tired of being in a car at this point. Like, I've probably been in a car for like an hour and some change at this point, just waiting for this man to come. So now I go upstairs, and I'm thinking that he's gonna be in his room or whatever. I get up there, it's like 5 dudes in the living room. I guess they having like a little kickback or something. So when I come in, they all staring at me like I'm lunch meat, because it's just a whole bunch of dudes and a girl walk in. So they probably trying to like figure out what's going on. And he was like, yeah, Tommy said that you could wait in his room. And I'm like, where is he? And he was like, he said he finna come. So I'm texting, I'm like, why would you have your friend come and get me? Like, where are you? What are you doing? He's like, I'm finna come. I'm like, bro, if he said I'm finna come one more time. So yeah, anyways, I'm just sitting in his room. Now I'm just like on his bed, just sitting there like still scrolling. Now it's been like another 20 or 30 minutes. And I'm like, bruh, I'm not finna keep just sitting here waiting for this man. I'm finna leave. So I'm like, I'm finna Uber, right? So I get on the Uber app. The Uber is like $15 and some change, right? I go on my bank account. I'm a college student now. I'm like 18 years old. I'm a college student. I only had like $14 in my account. So now I'm like, dang, I really have no choice but to wait for this man, because how else am I finna get home? And I didn't really know anybody that had cars. Like, we're all freshmen. Like, most of the people I know are freshmen, so nobody really had no car or like anything like that. So I'm like, dang, I just gotta wait for him. So maybe like after I decided like I'm just gonna take an Uber, but I couldn't take the Uber. Yeah, after that, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay, maybe like another 10-15 minutes goes by, and he finally came in there. And like he opened the door and I'm just looking at him like, and he I'm like, where were you? And he's like, oh, my bad, I had to help my friend with a situation. Like I had to make sure that they were straight. And I'm like, what situation? But he kept beating around the bush, like he wouldn't tell me exactly what happened. And he like, I just had to help them real quick. But like, you know, like, how are you, you know? And I'm like, I'm irritated. I've been sitting in a car I sat in a car for an hour, and then I waited for you for like another 40 minutes to an hour. Like, you wasn't answering the phone, like you being weird. And I was like, I really I hate when I do that shit. I hate that shit. Is so embarrassing. But I'm gonna leave it in here because that's me. I mess up my words sometimes. But yeah, I'm like, I really want to go home now. And he's like, nah, just chill. Like, just chill. Like, it's cool. Like, we finna have a good night. You know, I'm finna go in here. Like, we got some drink in here, and we can watch a movie and whatever. Like, it's just chill. And so I was like, all right. Like, I don't know what he said to finally get me to calm down, but I was just like, all right. So the night goes by, you know, everything's cool or whatever. In the morning, I guess he thought like he left out the room. And I'm the type of person, like, if I'm in a car and we in the car and the car stops, I'm gonna wake up. If I'm in a bed with somebody and somebody gets out the bed, I'm gonna wake up. Unless I'm just like super tired or something like that. Any slightest of slight is gonna wake me up. I don't sleep super hard at all. So when he got out the bed, I woke up, but I kind of like, I still had my eyes closed. So kind of like, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I still kind of had my eyes closed. So I think he thought I was asleep. And he out there and he talking to the roommate, and the roommate is like, you had a real situation last night, didn't you? He like, yeah. Like, he trying to whisper. He like, yeah, I did not want her to see old girl, and I did not want old girl to see her. And so they talking, and he was like, his friend's like, yeah, bro, you can't be doing that. Like, you can't be bringing nobody around when your girl stay downstairs. And so then everything started making sense. So that's why you pulled far as hell from the building, because you didn't want her to see me in the car with you, and you didn't want me to see her. You didn't get me out the car right away because you didn't want her to see you walking into the house with a girl. And that's why you had your friend come and get me, so that you could be like, oh yeah, she was for him or something. I'm just putting like 5 and 6, 11, 12, and 13 together, and I'm like, ain't shit. I'm like, this the last time he gonna see me. It's the last time he gonna see me. But yeah, so after that, you know, everything's cool. I get my stuff together, and it's the morning time now, so the buses are running. So I leave, you know. I was pretending like I didn't know what was going on, because I don't know, I kind of felt like this ain't my man for me to just, you know, kind of be like fussing him out or whatever. So yeah, I wound up texting him, and I'm just like, yeah, I heard what your roommate said. And he's like, what you mean? And I was like, yeah, I heard what he said this morning, that you got a girlfriend and she stayed downstairs. And I'm like, why wouldn't you say that you had a girlfriend this whole time we've been talking? He like, nah, it's not even like that. Like, we just be off and on, you know, like, I don't even really take her serious. And I'm like, so why couldn't you bring me up to your room then if it's not that serious? And he's like, you know, I just didn't want no drama because she be acting crazy and blase, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah, all right. And so I just stopped talking to him after that. Fast forward some years later. Now, you know how I told you he was on the basketball team, right? So one day I'm on Instagram and this dude followed me. And, you know, he was following me for a little minute, but he wound up swiping up on one of my pictures, and we get to talking. Dang, I don't even know his name. Honestly, I don't know his name for real. So we just gonna call him Chris. So yeah, we get to talking and stuff like that. And Chris was like, yeah, you know, like, I've been seeing you, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. You know, we're just getting to know each other type shit. I don't know what the fuck the whole message said, because I don't really care about him or none of that. Either way, he winds up telling me that he played basketball for the same team as this dude. And I was like, wait, do you know Tommy? And And he's like, man, Tommy. He's like, man, Tommy. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, why? What happened? What happened? So please tell me. And then he's like, man, Tommy knew that this girl was my baby mama and he went in my baby mama. And I was like, oh. And I was like, so like, were y'all friends or y'all just was teammates? And he's like, man, we were friends. Like, we were cool. We weren't like best friends, but you know, we were cool. And he gonna go and do some shit like that. And it's like, even though I'm not with her, that's still like, and I'm like, yeah, that is still weird. Like, why would you go in his baby mom? Like, and I'm like, so how did you find out? And he's like, I went through her phone. And he was like, that nigga's grimy. And I was like, yep. That sound like Tommy to me. And so after that, I told him, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to talk to you because you and Tommy like used to be cool. And he was like, man, that don't matter. Like, I don't fuck with him at all. Like, you know, it's nothing like that. And I'm like, but still, it just would kind of feel like I'm getting passed through the team or something. Like, I don't know. I was like, I don't really too much feel comfortable about this. And so I done had this situation happen to me multiple times where I used to talk to the dude and now the friend could try to talk to me later because it didn't work out. And I'm just like, nah, I don't really want to, because y'all not about to be like, it would now me and you don't work out. And so you go back and talk to him and be telling him stuff. No, we're not doing that. I'm not a bunny. I'm not Trap Bunny Bubbles. What's that song, Trap Bunny Bubbles guy? When I get on top, I ride. I'm a homie hopper till I die. No, I'm not a homie hopper. Never have been, never will be. I am not a homie hopper. If I know that y'all are cool, even if y'all used to be cool and y'all not friends no more, that doesn't say to me like, oh yeah, like they not friends no more. So, cause you never know who could get back cool. And now y'all both cool and I don't talk to either one of y'all and y'all sitting over there like, we both got her. Like, no, we not doing that. We're not doing that. No. So yeah, that was about how I found out that I was a side. And I think now I've been wanting to do this, but I keep forgetting. I'm gonna end my videos off with what we learned. So what did we learn? We learned that Tommy is weird and grimy. We learned make sure that you have some money. If you're gonna be riding around the city with somebody, make sure you have some money just in case you want to find a way home, or make sure that you have a way home. And always verify if that man or woman or whatever, I don't want to offend anybody, make sure that they don't have a partner. Yeah, so that's what we learned. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, can y'all please give me a twinkle emoji or sparkle emoji, this thing right here, whatever y'all want to call it. But yeah, give me a little twinkle emoji because that's like one of my favorite emojis. I'm sorry, that was cringy, y'all. That was cringy. I do cringy stuff sometimes. That's just me. Like, that's just me. Don't act like y'all don't be doing cringy stuff too, because I know you do. Yeah, but I'm Yin. This is Yin's Universe. Please follow me on my socials. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. There will be more videos like this. I'm trying to roll them out, y'all. I'm trying to roll them out because I'm trying to really get into this YouTube thing. I done dragged my feet for way too long, and I have so many stories because I just used to be doing stuff, y'all. But yeah, I have so many stories, and I want to help people learn from my stories so that they don't make the same mistakes and that they're not caught into situations, because a lot of the stuff I did, I probably could have, like, if I didn't have the angels weren't with me, if the angels weren't with me, I probably could have gotten into a lot of trouble or gotten hurt or anything like that. But yeah, so that's what I really want to help people, and that's really what I want to do. But yeah, like I said, leave the little twinkle emoji, follow my socials, like, share, comment, subscribe, you know, the whole 9 yards that everybody says every single video. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day or night or evening or whatever time that you're watching this, and we're out.